Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and I'm hoping today's puzzle will be somewhat easier than yesterday's. This one is called Parity Patrol 101. It's by Jonesy. I really like the rule set. It's some sort of parity idea, like Connect 4, but we mustn't connect 3. So for example, those 3 digits can't all be either odd or all even. So that you can only have a maximum of 2 of one parity in a row anywhere in the grid. I think that's horizontal and vertically. And vertically. So it's a lovely simple rule set. It's only got 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty, and I can't tell you what a relief that is. Yesterday, have I got the puzzle I did battle with? Let me just have a look. Yeah, I did puzzle with this. Oh, I did puzzle? I certainly did puzzle. I puzzled a lot. With The Graveyard of Emptiness by fjam. My goodness me, this put up a fight. It was very, very clever. Super clever and super hard, for me at least, to find a way through it. It's about a 2.5 hour video, so I apologise to anybody who's been forced to sit through that. But it's a wonderful puzzle. If you want a challenge, I definitely recommend it. A very suitable puzzle for Halloween. I hope you all enjoyed your trick and treating yesterday. Now, what can I tell you about before we get to the rules of Jonesy's Parity Patrol 101? Lots of things. Firstly, we're going to be seeing some of you tomorrow at the Stratford Upon Avon Literary Festival. 10 o'clock in the morning. After I've recorded this and uploaded it, hopefully, assuming I can solve it, I am driving up to Mark's place, which is nearer to Stratford Upon Avon than I currently am, to stay the night, and then tomorrow morning, hopefully meet some of you there. So we're very excited about it. We did it last year. We had a ball. Hopefully it'll all go well tomorrow. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's a very strange feeling for me, because occasionally in real life I have met people who watch the channel, but Stratford last year was the one time where you really meet a lot of people who watch the channel. So it is exciting for us, and we are looking forward to it. Now, next thing to mention, today is the 1st of November, and we have a brand new competition that has just launched literally this afternoon at 4 p.m. Over on Patreon, which is, here we go, Put Out More Flags, a series of Sudoku puzzles themed around flags, not even just country flags. So we're anxiously awaiting the feedback and how I think you will enjoy the puzzles. They're all 9x9 this time. The competition runs until the 20th. The prize, as usual, recently at least, is the chance to solve a puzzle with me, and we'll record the process. Hopefully it will become a video that will be seen on the channel. You can see I think we've got a playlist of viewer solves, and it's a lot of fun. So anyway, check it out and let us know how you get on. What next? Let's do some birthdays. We'll start off by saying happy birthday to CJ. Your partner Evan wrote to me, CJ, and told me that you listen to the channel every day, and you have been known to find my humour amusing. I knew there was someone. I knew that. I knew. If Cracking the Cryptic got big enough, there would be somebody out there who would find me amusing. So, CJ, you're definitely one of my favourite people, and I hope you have an absolutely brilliant birthday today, and I hope the chocolate cake is resplendent and very, very heavily iced. Now, in fact, we shall go from there to a picture of cake, not CJ's cake, but a picture. Now I can't read my own writing. That's appalling. I think it says Gillian's cake. Your granddaughter, Kira, made you a cake, and I know this, Gillian, because Kira's father, presumably your son, Dale, wrote to me and sent me a picture of the cake. Here we go. Oh, it's not in the right place, but there we go. And Dale alleged that this cake has definitely got the correct ratio of icing to cake. Well, I have to tell you, it does look like a very brilliant chocolate cake. I'm not going to deny that. But there is too much cake. There is indisputably too much cake. You cannot claim that is a 1-to-1 ratio. It's just not. It's just not. It's good. It's a very, very commendable effort, but not nearly enough icing, in my opinion. Gillian, I hope you had a great birthday. Next, Annabelle. Annabelle, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your boyfriend Ben wrote to us and told us that the two of you discovered a shared interest in Sudoku, and I think even the channel, on your first date together, and that you like to impersonate the two of us as you're solving your own puzzles. I can only imagine how that must go. I presume it doesn't go very well for me. But anyway, Annabelle, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope the cake is Kira-esque with extra icing. And next, Mark. Not our Mark, because Mark is 21 today, and our Mark is a little bit older, at least, well, maybe 31. Mark, your girlfriend Kayla wrote to me to say it's your birthday today. I know the two of you have been dating for 2 years, and I think, Mark, that you got Kayla into this rather wonderful and strange hobby that we all share. So, Mark, thank you for doing that. I hope you have a brilliant 21st birthday today. Many happy returns. I hope the cake is good. And then finally, Wayne. Wayne, you've turned the big 50 today. And I know this because I think it's your daughter AJ wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out. Now, I have to say, Wayne, you do sound like an incredibly cool person, because AJ's email suggested you have a Star Wars room at home. Can that really be true? I mean, that's phenomenal. What is a Star Wars room? I am a huge fan of Star Wars, and my fandom represents itself by the fact that I have an old arcade machine in which you can play Star Wars. It's not the very old one. I remember when I was a child, I used to go to an arcade, and they had a really old school arcade game. But this is the slightly more modern one, where you do the Battle of Yavin, and then you do the Battle of Hoth, and then you do the Battle of the one with the speeder bikes. I can't remember technically what that's called. Probably Endor. Anyway, that one. I've got that one. That's it's in a room. I can't really claim it's a Star Wars room, but Wayne, well, I'd love to know what is in a Star Wars room, and I hope that the cake today is super and Star Wars themed. Many, many happy returns. There we go. Right, let's do some Sudoku solving now. Let's turn our attention to Parity Patrol 101 by Jonesy. And I will read you the rules of this one, which begin with hello. It says normal Sudoku rules apply. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is a shank. Every column and every 3 by 3 box. Digits in a cage sum to the number given in its corner, and digits may not repeat within a cage. So normal killer Sudoku rules. Those 4 cells add to 20. Those 3 add to 17. But what we couldn't do is something like that, because although those 5s don't break Sudoku rules, they aren't in the same row, column or box. They are in the same cage, and that's no good at all. Right, then it says, in any row or column, no more than 2 consecutive digits may have the same parity, i.e. be both odd or both even. And there's an example. It says a sequence such as 2457 is valid, but 2463 is not. 2463. Oh yeah, okay, because 2, 4 and 6 are all even. That would be 3 evens in a row, and that's too many. Whereas this sequence has 2 evens and 2 odds. Okay. So we're probably going to be parity shading today. If we are parity shading, I'm going to use blue for even and orange for odd, because orange and odd begin with the same letters, and I believe that those colours are our most colourblind friendly option. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, okay, there's a 24 cage there in 3 cells. Now this is not like yesterday when every single cage could have a negator in it and had 3 different possible totals. This is a situation where that must be 7, 8, 9. There is no ambiguity about that. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, so we've got 1 even and 2 odds in that cage. Looks like row 2 has got something going on. How does that work? I mean, an even domino like this, it's got 2 digits of the same parity. So I'm not sure how to do this because I don't think I know. No, I don't know. I don't know what the parity of this is, but surely we can just sort of do a general colour, because I know that to generate an even total in 2 digits, either both of these are odd or both of these are even. They have the same parity, don't they? So I'm just going to give them an arbitrary colour of purple, because what we now know is that we can't have another purple here or here. So those I'm going to call green. Okay, so now the 8 cage, we can do the same thing. The 8 cage has 2 digits of the same parity, and again, I don't actually know what that parity is, but what I do know is it's not green parity, because green parity would cause a triple, so that we've got to have purple parity. This is great. This is working, because now, well, let's look at this 8 cage. Again, that's got to be 2 of the same parity. Now, what it can't be is purple parity, because if it was purple parity, I'd have 6 purple parity digits in 1 row of the grid. Now, let's think about Sudoku numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There are 5 odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and there are 4 even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's definitely not 6 of any particular parity. So in fact, that's green parity. Okay, and therefore this is actually known parity, because we've got 4 of each parity now. So this must be the sort of parity tiebreaker, which is the 5th odd digit. Yeah, but that's good. That's exactly what we're after, because now once we know this is odd, and we do, green is not odd, because that would be 3 odd. Well, actually, it would be 4 odds in a row. So green is definitely actually even. So purple is actually odd, and that's we've sort of got the shading for this row, and we've got a 17. Right, look at this. We've got a 17 cage here with an odd and an even digit. What do we know about an odd and an even digit? They're going to sum to an odd number, aren't they? So before we get to this cell, the total is odd, and the 17 is itself odd. So this must preserve that odd parity, and that must be even. And now, if these two are even, both of those have got to be odd. And now, well, yeah, that's fine, isn't it? Because the 13 cage here, 13 is an odd number in 3 cells. So it's either 3 odds. It's got to have, one way of thinking about it is it's got to have an odd number of odd digits in the cage. Because if it has an even number of odd digits in the cage, it will add to an even number. So can this have 3 odd digits in it? No, because then all 3 of these, we'd have connected 3. We're not allowed to connect 3 in this puzzle. So these have both got to be even, and that's got to be odd to not have 3 evens in a row. Oh, I see. And now I've got all 4 evens in this box. So both of these are odd. And now that's got to be even to avoid 3 in a row horizontally. And both of these have got to be even to not have 3 in a row vertically. This is actually quite therapeutic. It's very... Oh, and I've got 2 evens there. So that's got to be odd. And that's in an 18 cage. So now, in order to correct the parity, we're on odd parity. Even plus odd is odd. 18 is even, so that's got to be odd. Therefore, this has got to be even. And look, I've got a gapped parity. I mean, this is classic way to lose at Connect 4. You know, it's where you don't see the one in between, that's sort of on the diagonal, if you know what I mean. You all know what I mean, don't you? This has to be even, otherwise we'd have 3 odds in a row. And now that has to be odd, otherwise we're in a world of trouble. And now this has to be even, or in a world of trouble. And I've got all the evens in the box, so that's odd. Yeah, and now look at row 1. In row 1, I've got an 11 cage. Well, then 11 is an odd number, so this is going to have an odd and an even digit in it. And that means all 4 even digits are going to appear in those cells. So this itself must be odd, which means this is even, which means this is odd. And all the evens in the box are now placed because, well, not exactly placed, but one of them is in the 11k. Oh, in fact, I know where it is because I've got 2 odds here. So that's got to be even. That's got to be odd. I've got all the evens, so this is odd as the parity tiebreaker. And this is very, very nice so far. But it might be about to get harder. How are we going to... Well, we can work out the overall parity of these 3, can't we? Because there's going to be... Yeah, there's going to be 1 even and 2 odds in these 3 cells. So these 3 cells sum to an even number, which means this must preserve the parity. 20 is itself even, so that is even. And now we're going to pay connect 4 on the diagonal and make sure that's odd, otherwise we're in a world of trouble. And now that's even, otherwise we've got a problem. But we know that we need 5 odds in a row. It's just very... And now I need... Oh, this is great. People are going to love this. This has got to be odd, or I'm going to have an absolute chain of evens there. The 14 cage. 14 is even, so it needs to have an even number of odd digits in it. So one of these is odd and one of these is even. That's the 4th even in the box, so this is odd. Okay, and that might be as well as we can do with that. I'm looking now to see whether... Because so far this has been so beautifully smooth, hasn't it? What am I meant to do now? I have not got a Scooby-Doo. No, I really haven't, actually. What's going on? Gosh, I've just suddenly... Okay, it must be something to do with... Is it the columns? I'm trying to see anything. I have got 3 evens here. Yeah, okay, so we can do something there. Because what if you've got 3 evens in a column, there's only 1 even to place in all 4 of those cells. And wherever I put that even, I've got to place it in a position that prevents there being 3 odds in a row. So I think that might have to be even. If you put the even anywhere else, if I put it there, all 3 of these would be odd. If I put it there, these 3 would be odd. There, we're in a world of trouble. We'd have connected 4. So that's even. And now the rest of this column is fixed. And now that's even. That's even. So that's nearly a good thing. I've got 2 evens there, so this is odd. Yeah, look at the 21. 21 is an odd number again, so we know that there are an odd number of odd digits in that cage. Well, if there were 3 odds, we'd have broken the rule. So there must be 1 odd, and we already know it there. So these are both even. If this was even, these 3 would be odd, and that's not going to work, is it? So that must be odd. Now, yeah, that's lovely, actually. This is an important... I mean, it doesn't maybe look important, but I think that is quite important because of this 12 cage. This domino here, we know it sums to an even number because 12 is even, and we've subtracted from that this cell, which is itself even. So these are summing to even. Now, if they're both odd, which is one possibility, we'd have 3 odds in a row. So they are both even, and that actually doesn't have an 8 in it now. But how do I know that? Well, it's because I know from doing these puzzles for such a long time that 2, 4, 6 and 8, the 4 even numbers in Sudoku, sum to 20. So if I've got 3 even numbers in here that sum to 12, I must be missing out the 8. They have to be 2, 4 and 6, don't they? And okay, oh look, I've got loads of thingies. Oh, I've got lots of thingies going on. Thingy being the technical term for logical deductions, because I've got 2 evens there, so both of those are odd. I've got 2 evens there, so this is odd. So this is definitely not an 8. Now, what does that mean though? I'm not sure. And what have we got here? We've got 1 even and 1 odd to place in the row. I have to be, yeah, again, it's the same thing in row 7. I have to be very slightly careful here about where the final even digit goes. It can't go there because these 3 would then be odd. So that is definitely odd. And one of these is even and one of these is odd. And that might matter. He says, trying to work out why. And doing, oh, well, okay, I'm going to go down here. I've got all my even digits in column 6, so that's definitely odd. Now this has to be even to avoid the connect 4 problem. Therefore, that's odd. Okay. Now what do we do? The answer is, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. No, I'm still not sure. Okay, what have I got here? I've got 3. Oh, I see. No, this is very straightforward. Look at box 5. One of these is even. I don't know which one, but that's all 4 evens then. So both of these are odd, which means this is even. And 1, 2, 3. Can we do... Yeah, we can. This is lovely. It's a very good puzzle, this. It's not monstrously difficult. It is light relief after yesterday, but it's got really beautiful logic. Okay, what we need to do now is to think about this 12 cage. Because again, we've got something similar to this one. We've got an even digit here, so we know that these are both of the same parity. Now, what would happen if these were both even? Which is certainly possible. If these were both even, this column would have had all its evens and all 3 of these would be odd, and that breaks the world. We're not interested in doing that. So we're going to have 2 odds there, therefore these are both even, therefore this is odd. This is in fact our first digit then, it's the 8, isn't it? Because 7, 8 and 9 only has 1 even digit. And now these are both odd, so that's even, and now that's got to be odd, and now this has got to be even, and that's in a 9 cage, so that's got to be odd, because we've got to get to an odd total. Right, now what do we do? Oh, well, we can just count in this column. We need an extra odd one. We've got 2 odds there, so that's even. And that's all 4 evens in row 8. So these are both odd. Now, I think we can get the parity of this, can't we? Because these 2 are 1 odd and 1 even, plus another odd. So these 3 together are on an even total, and we need to get to an even total, which tells us that this is itself even. That's the final even in this column, so that's odd. Put another even there to prevent a connect 4. 1, 2, 3, that's got to be even. So this is odd, and this is even. Okay, so we made the classic mistake of putting a digit into the puzzle before we'd finished the shading, which is outrageous. We shouldn't have done that, but we did. And now, we've actually, all we can do now is do numbers. Now, so where is the weak point here? I haven't got a clue. Is there an obvious point here? What we really want is cages which are entirely of one parity, which we've got a few of in row 2, but... Oh yeah, okay, the 8 cage, that must be 2-6. Because the other two ways of making 8 are 1-7 and 3-5, aren't they? And that's going to be one of those. Which is, actually, that's nice. That's nice. That can't be 3-5. Because if this was 3-5, the 12 cage couldn't be. This is two odd numbers. So it's either 3-9 or it's 5-7. So this cage must have 3 or 5 in it. So if this was a 3-5, that breaks the world again. So that's 1-7, and that's quite cool, because now this can't be 5-7, that's got to be 3-9. And now that's a 5, because it's the final odd digit in the row. And these squares are 4 and 8. And that's 4 and 8 as well, because these two are adding up to 12, look, once we just subtract the 5 from the 17. So so we're going to get this digit. So these are now 2, 6, which is 8. So this is 5 as well, which means that's 5 by Sudoku. So these two are 3 and 9. So these two are, oh, okay, these two are 1 and 7 apparently. I definitely can't put 1 into an 11 cage, because this would be a 10 and that won't work. So that's 7, that's 1, that's 4, that's 8 by Sudoku, because we need to put 8 in the box. That's 8, that's 4, that's 4, that's 8 by Sudoku. So this is a 2-6 pair. This is a 3-9 pair. This is a 1-7 pair. I'm really enjoying this. This is a very... Oh, I was thinking that can't be 7-9, but it actually can. 7-9 with a 2 would work. Oh, where's 8 in box 4? And the answer, as usual when I ask these questions, is I don't know. But it is in one of those two cells. And that means, where's 8 in row 4? By Sudoku, it's here. Which means that's 8. We can only put 8 into blue digit. So we can only put 8s into blue cells. I can't seem to put it there. So that's 8. That's 8. This is now a 1-3 pair to add up to 12 with 8. Which means 5. That's good. Because now 5 has been pincered into this 18 cage. So this can no longer be a 2. Because for these to add up to 16, they'd have to be 7 and 9. So that's got to be 6. That's 2. That's 2 by Sudoku. That fair-weathered friend. Now, okay, so if that's 6, we need these to add up to 12. So they're 5 and 7, which makes this a 9. And does that help? Well, this row needs a 5 in it, doesn't it? So we can plop that in. 5 is in one of those two cells. These add up to 9. They're not 1-8 or 4-5, so they're either 3-6 or 2-7. So that this cell here is either 7 or 3. And that gives us a 2-6 pair in the column, apparently. So that's got to be a 4. And that's going to be jolly useful for the following reason. Don't worry, I haven't got that reason. I'm trying to say... Oh, no, what I was about to say is gibberish, so we will refrain. We do try not to utter gibberish on the channel as much as we can. 4 and 6 into this column. 10. So I've got 2 odd digits. Yeah, okay. I've got 2 odd digits here that have to add up to 14. Because 8 and 2 are 10, obviously, and the cage adds up to 24. So they've got to be 5 and 9. Remember, they can't be double 7 because we're not allowed to repeat a digit in a cage. Now, is that useful? Not sure. It might be. Oh, actually this might be better. Where's 9 in box 6? And as usual, I don't know. But what I can now see is I've got 9 and 8 into this cage. So these add up to 17 for 2 of the digits. So the other digits have got to be 1 and 2. So the 1, that's good. So the 1 has to go there. So 1, 9, 2, 6, 3 then to make this work. That's a 7 by Sudoku. This could be good actually. This could be very good. Because sometimes when you get these puzzles going with parity, you can really get them going. Let's see, yeah, this row needs a 3 in it. That's got to go there. So these squares are a 1 and a 5. Can we do better than that? Probably can. I've just got to see where. Alright, let's try these 2 columns then. We've got 4 and 6 to put in here. So the odd digits are 3. And down here we need to put in a 2. So we might, oh, that's good. So that's a 2 then. So these are a 4, 6 pair. And that means this is 2. And this is 4 or 6. And this is 4 or 6. And that's in a 9 cage. So this is 5 or 3. Okay, that might still be... There might still be some things to think about there. If this is 4, 6, we've got to put 2 into there. So that's 2, that's 6, that's 6, that's 4. That's 6, that's 4. Oh yeah, look, over here we've got 4 and 6. It's all resolved. All the evens are resolved now. This is going to do things in terms of this 9 cage. That's now a 5, so that's a 5, that's a 9. 9, 3, 3, 1, 7, 5, 7, 1. This is a 1, 3 pair. Oh, okay, we're going to get 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Okay, these are 1 and 7. Oh, we can do the maths. Yeah, look, we've got 14 here. We need to get to 21, so we can do the maths on that to get the right answer. 7, 7, 9 can go in. The 5 here is lovely. 5, 1, 1, 7. This is a 9 by Sudoku. 9, 3, 3 and 1. And that is how to solve a really beautiful Parity Patrol 101 by Jonesy. I think it must be right. Oh, a strange message. Thanks for playing. Well, that was lovely. It was my greatest pleasure to play. Thank you, Jonesy. A lot of souls, actually, for that one. I'm not surprised because it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Deserves lots of plaudits. And actually, if you have friends who you want to get into these variant Sudokus, that is a lovely one to start them off with, isn't it? Because it's just... Once you get the ideas of the parity, this is the sort of thing I can get excited about when I think about sort of trying to get kids into maths and understanding arithmetic and things like that, because it's all understandable. And it's so delightful to solve. It really is. Loved it. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.